Yes, yes. Salutations, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming into my platform once again. And whether you're going to be on the chat, whether you're going to be in the bushes or you catch the replay, regardless to how you show up for me, thank you so much. So I had to make sure that I put my bra on so I come through and bring another special guest that decided to make time for Faith is a Substance. So I'm really looking forward to um, just doing a powwow and chopping it up with this person. He's been a content creator for a minute now, and he's been really he's been pouring into me ever since I've become familiar with him, and he's been following me through Miss Stevie. Shout out to her. He's been corresponding with me, and he's been giving me some great advice and been encouraging for me. So I really appreciate him for being that space for me, and so that's not taken for granted at all. So um, I'm going to make sure that I make sure that this experience is great for all of us. So please make sure that you tune in for Mr. Kenneth Tookes. Here we go. And here we go. We got Tookes in the building.
Hey
Hey,
everybody.
hey, Tookes, what's going on?
Not much faith. How you doing?
All right, I'm okay. I mean, I'm in your presence, so I got another burst of energy that just came over me. I didn't have it just a little while ago.
Oh, I know what you mean on
Yeah,
that one.
'cause I just got off work a little while ago, so my energy, level had to change once you came on board. So I really appreciate you doing this with me.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
that means a
problem.
lot. Yeah, so we're gonna get into some things, and I want to get into the beginning with you because you were born and raised in Florida, yes?
That's correct.
Yeah. So so I want to get more into your childhoods. I love to hear those type of stories where what was the family dynamic like for you? Were you raised in a two-parent household, one-parent household? What was it like? Did you have siblings, cousins? Like, what was the dynamic like for you growing up?
Okay. In the beginning, it was a two-parent household, but you know what? Parents divorced like probably like the month before I turned 7.
Mm, yeah.
So it was a little. You know how when you go, when you're the child, their only child, and it was a little like emotionally like draining at the time, being at that young age. But when my mom and my dad talked to me, they were like, "No, everything's still gonna be fine. We just can't live together with each other. They can't live with each other, but they still love me." So once I knew that, everything was okay after that.
Oh, it was okay for you. I
It
mean,
was
after
okay for
that.
me. It took some
Mm,
time. I'm not gonna
mm,
say it was perfect, but it took
right.
time. But it was fine. Now, as far as like how it was just I'm the only child from my mom, but I'm the oldest from my father because I have a younger sister whose birthday was yesterday. She just turned 24. Her name is Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. You
So
said
it was
wait, when was her birthday?
yesterday, January 13th.
Oh, well, happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, that's her. It's
Yeah.
her birthday, January 13th.
Hey, Miss
Hi, Miss
Stevie.
Stevie. We see you.
Yeah, so
We see you, sister.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm glad that that worked out for you because I know a lot of times a lot of parents stay for the children or and to me I think they do it for themselves, but I mean they try to use the children as justification. Sometimes I think they do
Yeah,
that in my
I
opinion.
get what you're saying.
Yeah. But I'm glad that at that age, even at the tender age of 7, they were able to understand, you know what? Let me just let us just part ways while we still can, while it's while we have the opportunity to remain friends. Was it amicable? Because it sounded like it was amicable to me.
Um, it was. Well, you know what? It wasn't amicable. It was because it was mostly a lot of it was my dad because he was mad because my mom didn't want him anymore because she outgrew him.
Oh.
So I think he
Mm.
was just one of those things. If I can't
Oh.
have her, nobody can have her type of thing. But then as time progressed, it got much better.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, because I know that kind of hurts though when when somebody falls out of love with you and you don't even understand why. I don't even think they understand why. I don't even know. Did your mom know why? 'Cause sometimes you don't. She don't even probably don't even
Yeah,
know why.
yeah.
'Cause some
No, she
yeah.
know the reason why. It was just it wasn't nothing like he did anything wrong. Well, like He wasn't no like infidelity. It was none of that. But it was just that they just grew apart. She got tired of it, and she wasn't taking his crap anymore. And that was basically it. She just said, "Listen,
Mhm.
we have a son together. Let's keep it neutral."
Mhm.
And really, if you want me to be honest with you, it didn't start getting better till probably when I was like probably like middle school time. So,
Yeah.
but everything's good.
Right, it was a process at that time. No,
It
I'm
was a
still
process,
yeah,
yes.
because I'm do no, because Tooks, the reason why I'm staying on that for a reason because I just want to be able to kind of get more in depth, with your backstory. I think it's important
Hmm.
because we all have one. Because I mean, you saw a few of my interviews where you've had so many people that came on and spoke on some many of their experiences of their childhood,
Of
and we
course,
all
yes.
have our experiences, and so I
Hmm.
just want people to kind of get to know more of yours because I think because these are teachable moments here, right?
Of
We are
course,
learning, we are learning from each other. We're giving we giving food, we feeding the people, with
exactly.
this information. So I think it's important. That's why I'm kind of diving more into it. I'm asking more probing questions for a reason because
Hmm.
I want people to understand that when as adults, we see us adults now, but before we became adults, we were innocent, fragile children that we had to
Exactly.
endure. We had to endure so much, and
Exactly.
it starts from the beginning. It starts from home. So that's why I wanted to kind of get more
Exactly.
into that. So now the next thing I want to get into now, once the parents, divorced and you said you were 7 years old and you said that once they explain to you that it's not, they, doesn't mean that they love you any less, it's not your fault, but this was the best decision. So based on that decision, did you go between homes? I go between mother and father?
To be honest with you, my mom had custody of me.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's primary custody. But did you
Yeah.
still have time? Was your father still present though?
To be honest with you, he was in and out.
Oh, he was in it. Okay. And so when you say in and out, can you tell me a little bit what that looked like? And like in your experience, like we say in and out, it was sporadic, you know, of the visits or
The visits would be more like whenever it was like he didn't really have time for me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He didn't have time, but
mm,
in the day, it's made me have thicker skin and not really, you kind of question people sometimes, trust issues with like some people, but it made me actually more stronger because at the same time he was in and out, but at the same time he was just more about trying to just he was all about himself. That's all I'm gonna say. But at the same
mm,
time, that doesn't mean I didn't love him, but at the same time, he still had a lot of growing to do.
okay, got you. And so and with that, like did you um at some point have the conversation with him as to why he wasn't as present or because I'm thinking that because I was wanted to ask you also, do you believe in your own perspective? Do you believe that him not being as present had anything to do with his projecting his heartbreak towards your mom?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh,
I think that was more of just him really just he has a selfish like ways. But I think the thing with him is that he didn't really have like I'm gonna be honest with you, he really didn't have his father in his life. He only saw his father like 2 or 3 times in his life.
mhm,
So he didn't really know how to be a good dad. So it was just
mhm,
hard for him to get that point across. But to answer the beginning of what you asked, we've talked about it, but not that much. We'll talk about bits and pieces, but I'm always open to actually like having a conversation with him about certain stuff, but he's not really receptive sometimes of certain when you try to bring up stuff because he likes to flip it and turn like he likes to get a little extra sometimes.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
But at the same time, he just didn't want to. He doesn't like to confront issues like on the spot. He's good at preaching it, but he could dish it, but he can't take it.
Oh,
That's all I
yeah,
should have
yeah,
said.
yes, yes, yeah. So now you said that your siblings are on your father's side as
Yeah,
your
yeah, my little
siblings.
sister.
So did you see a change in how he parents from parents you versus his other children? Yes, your
Yeah,
siblings?
yeah, of course I did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, Yeah, yes, we love you too, Miss Stevie.
Oh, we
Yeah.
love you too.
Yeah, so, and, Sebastian, how are you? Thank you for being here. I'm just gonna
Hello, Sebastian.
let's
How
say
are
hi
you?
to the guest real quick.
We're
Yeah,
doing good. I'm doing good. I
yeah,
can't complain, Sebastian.
yes, and, no, yes, Faith is my actual name. That's a play between my name as well as the scripture. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, so that is a play on both my name and the scripture, so yes, that's my name.
Mm-hmm. That is
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, I think I wanted to make sure I acknowledge the people. Yeah, hello. Was it
Hey.
Zalian? Please forgive
Yeah,
me. I'm
that's how I was
messing
going to
names.
pronounce it.
And Dario, shout out to you as well. Thank you so much for
Ariel,
being here.
hey, how are you?
Yes, yeah, thank you for letting me do that, Kenneth.
No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. So now I want to, yeah, so I want to get into okay. So let me before I get to the elementary, junior high school stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to touch one real quick on the dynamic between you and your mom because a lot of times when the father's not as present, being a single mother, it does have an effect on the son. And even though mother and son relationship is like no other, I get it, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how it is. But we still need that positive male influence. Did you have those? Did you have that?
Oh,
Even
yes. Oh,
okay.
yes.
Mhm. Yeah, and, so, like, was it, like, any, like, uncles, teachers, cousins?
It was uncles, cousins. You had, yes, some teach. Yeah, you had teachers, yes. I'm not going to lie, yes.
Oh, did you grow up in a church? Because you like a church boy, you like a church
Yes.
I could
Yes.
tell, I could tell. Was you Kojic?
Was that what?
Was you raised Kojic
What do
or
you mean by
Baptist?
that? Baptist?
Church of God in Christ. Oh, okay,
No,
Baptist.
Baptist. Baptist.
Baptist. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I figured that. So that also helps me too, because I always want to make sure that I be mindful of people's spiritual beliefs before I move forward. So thank you for
Mm-hmm.
that.
No, you're
All
good.
right.
You're good.
Yeah. So all right. So now I want to get into oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, the single mother thing. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
want
you
to
want to
touch
know the
on
question
that.
about how it was? No,
Yeah,
we
how it
have
was.
we have a great relationship.
So you
Mom,
okay.
yeah, we have a great relationship. We're like best friends.
Aw. Yeah, so shout out to mom. Yeah, so now
Even
I
though at times
always
she get on my nerves, but I still love
oh.
her.
Oh, of course, of course. And I know you get on hers too, so it it goes
Of
both
course,
ways, of
mutual.
course. And always an
Course,
even
yeah,
it's an even Steven, we understand.
exactly.
Yeah, so I wanna get into, like, 'cause I like to hear the stories about junior elementary and junior high school, because like I said, a lot of us don't touch on that too much,
Yeah,
or we don't
yeah.
share too many memories of junior high and elementary school.
Mhm.
So, did you, during that time, elementary, junior high school, were you in any activities? Do you remember how well you did in classes, or like what is that experience like for you? Do you
I
have
did
fond
very
memories?
okay. I did very well in school. It was just that when I remember it was my second grade teacher was actually my third grade teacher also. She was not that nice to me.
Hmm.
But it was
Why?
because of my father, because my dad was that type. He wanted to be involved in everything, even though my mom had full custody and everything. He wanted to just be nosy, and he kind of made the teacher upset. So she took it out on me.
Oh.
So
Well,
and he used to, because he used to no, just she used just be
oh,
mean for no reason.
right.
But she had a nasty attitude. But it was because of how he approached the situation.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, do I did it piss me off? And thinking about it now as an adult,
Right.
yes, it
You were
did.
a child. I mean, yeah.
Because I told my mom about it. My mom took care of that situation. She shut it down
Okay.
because she thought I wasn't that smart.
Mm.
And you know how that does when you have low self esteem when you're in elementary school.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
it was
see,
like,
that's right. That's
yeah.
another
So it
reason
made you
why I
feel,
like to hear.
yeah. She
I
was
like
trying
to
to make
hear
me
it.
feel
Yeah.
like I was dumb, but it came back to haunt her because when I got advanced to fourth grade, fourth to fifth grade, I had number A's or B's.
So why did she think that she was delayed? Like it's because were you like more quiet in the class, or you didn't talk as much, or were you struggling in a certain subject? Like why did she believe that you were incapable?
To be honest with you, I think because of how my dad approached her, she just, how people, how some teachers are when the parent approaches the teacher, they take it out on the child instead of taking it, instead
Yeah.
of just talking about it privately to maybe the parents. But I think
Mm,
it's one of those where you know how they go the
mm. Okay.
so it was that type of thing. But it's okay because you know she was a older white lady, so you know sometimes some of them they automatically think when you're a person of color, when you're black, and especially if you're light skinned, they just look at you like, okay, are they really smart or what's going on? But I don't. At the end of the day, what that situation happened is done with, and the proof is in the pudding, and the
Yeah, 'cause
karma
you said
came
you
back. The karma
right.
came back to haunt her.
Mm. Yeah. But, karma, when you say karma came back, you saying, like, do your grades or something else?
Both. It was my grades show that I had A's and B's, and I had a very high GPA and knowledge because she thought I wasn't. I was really smart in those grade levels. I think she was just jealous because I gravitated more than some of the other students did, but she
Mm,
had favoritism.
got it. Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, so, yeah, but I'm sorry, you ain't have such fond memories, but when you went on to junior high school, like, what was that like? Did you still maintain the grades? Were you
Oh
involved
yeah,
with any
oh yeah.
were you okay. Were
I
you
didn't
involved in
really
any
do. I didn't do.
extracurricular activities?
I didn't do the extracurricular activities to be honest with you because you know what's so funny? I did what I was supposed to do in school, but as far as the extracurricular activities, you know how sometimes when you go to middle school, they don't make you feel welcome. That's
Mm.
how I felt. Even though I had my same friends from elementary school and middle school, it still was like you know people they judge. You know they when especially if you present yourself, you're well mannered, you present yourself, and you're polite. They like to pick on you and say every stupid
Mm.
rumor in the book about you.
But where these rumors come from? Like, what would they say?
I think they were just jealous. You know, people, you know, when they're insecure and they're jealous, they just want to say whatever they want to say because, you know how they say hurt people hurt people?
Right.
I think they was hurt maybe from something that happened in their
Yeah.
childhood.
Yeah, because that's where bully behavior comes from normally, when it's
Hmm.
insecurities or they going through trauma, within their
Hmm.
household and they take it. But I'm saying, but like in your own perspective though, like what would be like what made you draw to that conclusion that they were jealous of you? Like what in particular, what made you believe
They were
that?
just no. You just hear stupidness. You know when you hear stupidness, but they just say it behind your back, but they can't say it to your face.
Mhm. Mm.
So as I got older, I just was like, okay, they'll be all right. Because at
Okay.
the end of the
Okay.
day, they
Mhm.
just was talking. But at the end of the day, if you have no proof and you just talking, why should I even give you attention?
True. And you learned that even at that time, you learned to just ignore it. You even at that time, because some people, especially at that age, as a child, you just have no, you try to respond in in the most assertive way possible and aggressive way possible, so that way they understand that you still demand respect.
Yeah, but at the same time, they never came to say nothing to my face. So I feel like if you
Mm.
can't say nothing to my face, why should I give you the energy?
Yeah, true. I agree. Yeah, so so how was that like? I mean, so you still maintain grades. You said you wasn't in any extracurricular activities at that time, but what else have you as far as you can recall, what else would you high school did you learn like or did you gravitate towards or what type of experiences did you take with you from that?
Um, okay, with middle school, since we're done with that, going into high school. High school it took a I got to know my friends. I was how can I put it without traumatizing and being long winded about it. High school, you try to find yourself as a teenager. Um
Yeah,
I was
self
always like into
discovery.
like my major when I graduated from the college was like radio and TV broadcasting. I was into that, like radio, the
Oh,
TV was the
it started in
part.
high school.
Yeah, I was in high school. That's what I really started to know it.
Oh,
But I
okay.
didn't do like because they have like the TV. You know how they used to have like little TV, little broadcasts, like in different schools and everything back in the day. But when I was in high school, they didn't have that. But they had different like classes and all everything. I started to notice everything like when it came to like music classes and just
Yeah,
like the arts. I was like that's why like I aced a
right,
lot of.
right. Of course, of course. What high school did you go to?
It was because I was in Broward County high school, so it was like near my high school. And it's so funny because a lot of people who you guys know went to the high school who were very
Like,
famous. Okay, one person who went there, but I
mhm.
don't know if he graduated there, was Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you say you don't know he graduated yet because I know he started
No,
acting
because
young.
when they talked about his story, I
Yeah,
know when I saw
yeah,
it, I didn't know if he had graduated or not because
right.
you know how they tell you one side of the story and you don't really know everything. And
Okay.
then a lot of my childhood friends are people that you guys have seen that I've went to school with, like from middle school going into high school, like Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky.
Oh,
Who is it? Urban Mystic.
okay, okay. Oh, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
those two are childhood. They were classmates of mine.
Mm.
So we always still became so friends. We're
You
still friends to this
still
day.
friends, right, right, right. Did you
It's
have,
just weird.
did you have them on your platform, at all? Did you have them on your platform yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, you better get that. You gotta get on that.
Well, no, we got to see how their schedules are.
Yeah, I know, right? That's true. That's true. Yeah, but gotta make that happen though. Gotta,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
let that be in the making.
I'll
But
put it to you
yeah,
like this.
yeah,
It's not on my end. That's all I'm gonna
right.
say. It's not on my end.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
up
know
to
why I'm
them.
getting I don't know why I'm getting some feedback. Do you have anything else on Tooks on your end? I don't know why I'm getting some
No,
feedback.
no.
Yeah, do you hear it?
I don't hear nothing. I'm good.
Oh, okay. I'm hearing some feedback, some static or something. Yeah.
Things good on my end.
Mm, okay. Yeah, so going into high school. So you say that you was already like into the media stuff. And
hmm
so like so what was your personality like? Were you outgoing? Were you popular? Were you shy? Were you like were you dating at the time? Because dating starts from high school for most people. So
No, it wasn't dating. I was quiet
okay.
because a lot of my friends, I had a lot of friends who were like in different like cliques and groups.
Hmm, hmm,
So it wasn't like how like when you see Mean Girls, you seen the popular ones. You saw
hmm.
how they used to say like the Geek Squad or anything like that. Or it wasn't none of that. I just was friends with everybody. Anybody who treated me with respect, they were cool with me.
Okay. So you were cool. Okay, so I mean, even though you were
I,
shy, you
I
were
was
like
neutral. I was a neutral
you
person. I
knew
was
okay.
cool.
Okay. And so when you graduated from high school, what was right? What did you do right after? What happened right after that?
Okay, when I graduated high school, who was it? I went to register immediately for the fall time for college.
Oh, you went right away. Okay.
Went
Because
right away, but
okay.
I did it like the fall. I didn't do it like because I could have did it for summer, but no.
Right. Yeah, you needed some time. You needed some time.
Yeah, I just did
Yeah.
summertime, but I enjoyed this like having the
What?
time off because I was
Yes.
working and going to school, like high school wise.
Okay.
So it wasn't like,
Okay.
oh, I had like, it was just like a freedom because
So it's
because
after
I was
school
doing
job?
that whole thing. I was doing the whole thing like from 14, like started at 14 and then graduated at 18. And it's funny because the last week before school ended, my senior year, my all my teachers told me that I was exempt from all the finals.
How did that happen?
No, because I had an A in every class.
Oh,
And the funny
okay.
thing about it is that they told me so. It was funny because probably like the day before I turned 18, I think the day before I turned 18, they told me I didn't have to come back to school, just come back for graduation ceremony.
Mm.
So basically, on my birthday, I was done. I didn't have to come back to school until like June. Well, not June, but like go back to graduation ceremony in June of that year, 2003.
What?
Yeah.
So you were that brilliant, huh?
Well, that's what they said, but
Wait,
hey,
what? Oh, so you skipped all of that. So, all right. So, you said you went. What college did you go to?
Broward College. But at the time, it was community college, but it's called Broward College now.
What's it called?
Broward College.
Broward,
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 Broward.
Broward.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Broward.
Okay. Thank you.
I had to spell it for y'all that right there. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's when I went, and a lot of my friends, like some of the childhood friends and everything, I still seen a lot of my friends and people, even some people who are independent artists, who
Mm.
you see it on my platform. That's how a lot of us know each other.
Oh, through college,
Like high school, like middle
high school,
school,
college.
like
Oh,
elementary, middle
oh,
school,
so
high school, and all that.
oh,
Like from
okay.
every time I went to school. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. That's dope. Like, when you're able to maintain friendships like that, that long, that's a blessing, because many
It is.
people can have that, right? That's a blessing. And so when you went to college, what did you major in?
Radio and TV broadcasting.
Okay, and so what was it about radio, TV, and broadcasting that attracted you as a
You know,
passion?
you know what? I liked the radio, and I love listening to the radio. I love music, and then I like the television part, like with producing and everything. But technically, it really found me. If you want me to really be honest with you, that was what
Okay.
I found in myself that I
Okay, so
was
how did
good
it
at.
find you? Like, how did it find you? Like, what happened there?
At one point you think you're gonna do certain stuff, and then my dad thought he was trying to push me to do like kind of like what he does. It wasn't my thing, so I said I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Mm. Yeah,
And when
and
I
so
did
but
that, yeah, because he wanted me to please him, and I said no, I can't do that. I have to be
mhm,
myself.
right.
And then when I did that, everything is which is everything else is history.
So, but what was it about that? Like, like what, where it had to come from somewhere. It had to come from within. Like, where did that passion come from? Because not everyone is blessed enough to find a true purpose or find a niche,
Mhm.
because I'm still trying to
It
figure it
just
out.
was I think it was just a blessing from God that it just happened because like I was telling you, I like everything like when it came to like the radio, the TV broadcasting because I remember a lot of people like who I would see on TV. I was like, I would love to do that.
Mm,
So it wasn't like it was like a reason why I wanted to do it. It's just that I liked what I seen and did my best to just do what I feel. But it took me a minute or so to get comfortable because like I said, I was a very shy person at one point. But if I don't know you like that, I'm very shy and quiet. But once I get to know you, I'm cool.
yeah, right, right.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
that,
how everybody say Janet Jackson is, how she be
yes,
shy,
yes,
but then when it's time to turn it on,
yeah.
you're a totally different
Hmm.
person. Basically, what
Yes,
they people used to call me the male
yes.
Janet Jackson because they said I was shy, but I was very well mannered, quiet, and down to earth.
Yeah, I mean that's for me too. A lot of people may not believe it, but I'm extremely shy as well. That's why I always tell people that this is so outside my comfort zone, and that's one of the reasons because I'm extremely shy person. But so I get your position too.
Hmm.
So now, okay, well, with that, the media training, what was you looking to do with that in particular? What was
Just
you?
one, I was, I'm gonna be honest with you. After right when I was going into that, working on getting that degree, I just wanted to just work like either like in radio or TV. I wanted to just learn everything. So just in case if one thing didn't work out, I had the other thing to fall back on.
True, true,
And then
and
then I also had like I would have my own show. Like sometimes, like at times, I really wanted my own talk show.
okay, I can see it. I can see
But at
that.
the time, it was like, can I really make this happen? You start getting that self doubt sometimes in your head, but then you have to say,
Absolutely.
no, I can do this. I can do this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, what did you end up doing? Like once you got out of college, I'm sure you had different type of jobs, and just kind of feeling your way, kind of figuring out. So once you finished college, did you finish college by the way? I don't want to assume.
I got my AA degree. I didn't finish
Okay.
to get the bachelor's
Mm,
degree because I
okay.
got burned out because I feel like because I was straight through. I never took a break, if
Yeah.
that makes any sense. I like from
Oh,
doing
right.
school and
Of
everything,
course.
I never took a
Of course.
break. So I think that's probably why I felt burned out. And then I just got tired. I think I just got tired of it because I kept seeing a lot of stuff. Even when I was working to get the bachelor's, you had some professors that just you see the favoritism. You know how it is. Like even when you go into the field, you see favoritism, how they treated you, and how they really don't care. And I'm not saying you had to care, but at least give you the knowledge.
Right. Right. Yeah. At least do your part.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now, so when you finish, your because you did finish. I mean, you finished with your
Yeah.
AA. I mean, you still
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
what was it for you? Like what happened after that? And what did you do right after that? Because like I said, there were other jobs, you
Um,
had bills. So, I'm sure
it
there
took.
were
Well, I just started working just to build money
right,
because at the
right.
time, you just wanted to work to make sure you have bills paid. Make sure you have money in your pocket. So I was just working mostly. It took a bit because the stuff I want to do, they kept saying, "Oh, we could do internships." But some internships you either get paid for it or you have to
Right. Most
just
of them was
volunteer
not
time.
paid. Yeah.
It was what I didn't like was that certain people. they would try and say that if they'll pay certain people, but then they say, "Oh no, we just do it. You can do it for this amount, but work for free." I'm like, okay, I get the work for free, you get the experience, but that's not going to pay the bills. So I just started
Right,
working.
right. Yeah. And what and where was that? What was your first what are your first jobs? Where did you start working?
First job I ever had when I was working in high school, started high school, it was at Winn Dixie,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and then was there for about 6.5, almost 7, like 6.5, almost like about 6.5 years.
Oh, you waited for a long time.
I
Okay.
was there for a long time.
Yeah.
Then went to Chili's,
Mm.
and then I was at
Uh,
Chili's for a long time after that, and then that didn't work out. Which I was at Chili's for a long time. I'm not going to say how long because I'm not going to age myself.
mm.
And then after things with Chili's was done with, I went straight to Bahama Breeze, and that's where I'm currently at right
That's where
now.
you are now. Okay. And
But in between that, sorry to cut you off, but to answer your question,
mhm.
when it came to when I was at Chili's, about to go to Bahama Breeze, that's when I started doing. I thought of the YouTube show, which you know of the K2 spot, and a lot of it came from which my sister Miss Stevie knows the truth from watching Girlfriends, and it
Oh,
was an episode of Girlfriends when Joan had. Remember when Joan started her restaurant? And
right.
she was trying to figure out a name for it, and then
Yes,
William
yes.
called it. Said we'll call it the J Spot. I like the name of it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do what my name is, which is Kenneth, and my last name too. So call it the K2 Spot,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's what it's been.
All right. So did you when you graduated from college, were you at Chili's then or Bahama Breeze?
Still at Chili's.
Still at Chili's at the time. So you just been doing that industry for a minute. So now and I know that that's steady, you got steady income, those health benefits you need. So yeah, so I do understand you, you know, maintaining employment within that industry
Hmm.
because a lot of times even though you may have your passion for media and radio, but it's kind of iffy. It's iffy.
Exactly.
And you have to be in certain spaces to really excel and to really but in the meantime, in between time, when you while in the process of you pursuing that type of field, you have to have a steady income in between, in the
Exactly.
meantime. So, all right.
Exactly.
But was that the case with you that with you being, staying within that industry?
No. Well, it just was income. So I would say I'm gonna
Right.
keep
And you
going where I
just
still get income,
yeah.
and then I would do. And then what I would do is that when I wasn't working it, like my days off, I would record videos
Okay. Okay.
because I
Yeah. So
remember
when did
before
that
when I
start
first
for
started.
you? Yeah, I
Go
want
ahead.
to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I want to get more into that. Like what made you decide to do the YouTube? Of all the things you could have done. I know you, like I said, that's your background. But
Hmm.
when did this whole K2 spot come into play?
Really, I was kind of shocked because I was really gonna start it like around 2010. I really wanted to do it, but I didn't start doing it until like December 2012.
Oh, 2012.
So
Okay, that's a
yeah,
while.
2012. Yeah,
Yeah.
so when I did it, it was just because I got tired of seeing the same thing over and over, like from other different YouTube shows. But
You want to bring different content. Yeah.
I would bring different content and talk about something else that's totally different from what they were talking about. Because a lot of them, what they would do, and I know you know this, they would just talk smack about somebody or bash somebody in order to get views. And I'm like, I know they're still
Yes.
doing that anyway, but at the time they were going really in, and I'm like, do I really need to hear all this? Like, I'm hearing the same thing over and over, and then they'll talk about the same person over and over and over. I'm like, come on now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. How you doing, beef sector? But yeah, anyway, yes. So yep. So what was it like? So when you knew that you wanted to do the YouTube space, like what did you have in mind? I know you said you want something different from the norm, but what did you have your mind for your platform to be and what the type of content you wanted to do? Like what was your brainstorm process as far as getting content together?
Really, to be honest with you, it was just whatever I felt at the moment. Like I was just brainstorm. And at first, I was just doing like I did an intro video introducing myself. Then I started just going by what was going out there, what was out there, like in
Mhm.
the news and media and everything.
Right. Right,
especially
trending
when,
topics.
yeah, because I know it was like trending topics, and then like I remember one of the ones that really got me was like I would probably say like the Sandy Hook elementary
Mm,
school, or is this, or was it the middle school? Anyway,
yeah,
it was
I know
that
what
school
you
shooting that
yeah, yeah.
happened, Sandy Hook. I remember I did that because I kept saying it's time for us to stop with all the shooting. This was before it got out of hand now. And then I started doing the music reviews, and that's where the big one was. That's where I got the huge views on, like
Okay.
doing like the music reviews, and then also doing movie reviews,
Yes,
like
yes.
television, like just whatever I saw that I liked, I just put it out there because I said I'm going to do something that I like, and I'm going to talk about it. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to talk about it because I feel like a lot of people, they
Right.
want to talk about what's the negativity, what's the negative thing, or why this was horrible.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, don't nobody have time for that.
Exactly. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Tooks, because that was my idea too. Like I wanted to leave a safe space with and I welcome different perspectives, but I don't want it to be so dark, I wanted
I
to
agree.
balance it out. And when we could talk about, because I add my little perspective in between interviews, I add my little perspective on
Hmm.
certain topics or certain things, and I move on to the next. I'm not going to just dwell on it,
Yeah, of
because I
course.
want to leave that safe space. So I totally agree where you're coming from,
Ooh,
and and congrats on because Tukes just celebrated his anniversary on here, so
yeah,
that
it was
was a
13 years
few months
in
ago.
December last
Oh
year.
yes, so yeah, congrats on that. So yeah, it's because that's not it is not for the weak. So I wanted to make sure I acknowledge that. And
Appreciate that.
so let me ask you and I want you to kind of share this with the audience as well. Like, what is your advice on remaining consistent and remaining steadfast in this particular journey?
Okay. Wow, that's a good question.
Thanks.
I would just say stay true to yourself.
Hmm.
Be yourself. Don't let nobody tell you what you can or cannot do. And also, if you have that idea and that's like a gut, like they say you trust your gut.
Hmm.
If you have that gut instinct of saying that I want to do this, go for it. Because you know how they say what can go wrong. You just
True.
be yourself, and you just have to just
Right.
stay true to how you feel. And then at the same time, you want to stay consistent. Engage with your audience. At the same time, like I said, engage with the audience, but at the same time, don't let them feel like you have to listen to everything that they're going to tell you because at the end of the day, you have to listen to what you think you want
Yes.
to hear.
Hmm. Yeah, so you have to make the ultimate decision as to how you navigate through this process because and
Yes.
these are some of the things that Tooks be telling me behind the scenes too. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
yes. I've told
sacrifice
her
he
a couple
made.
stuff.
Yes. Yes. And so it's well received, sir. Well received. So yeah, because I don't really, there was a time, I'm still sensitive at times, but now it's like, and I think it comes with age where you just don't give a damn, like
You
okay.
don't, but I get what you're saying because
So,
yeah, because I noticed with you I think when you first started, I could tell you were just like me, like how when I first started, you're trying to just introduce yourself, but then at the same time you're trying to figure out what's my direction, and then when you figure it
yeah.
out, once you get familiar with doing a couple videos,
Yes.
because usually I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'll say probably like the first 5 or 6 videos I did, I was just trying to figure out the direction, but then when I got to like the 7th video and more, my confidence level actually grew
Yes.
more and I got better and better.
Right. Because you was like, "I got this,"
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to that, you get to that point in life. So so now how do you find the balance between, doing your regular job and the YouTube? Like, what is the balance like? What does that look like for you? You know?
Oh, that's easy. I could tell you that.
Yeah.
I can that in the quickness.
Yeah.
What I do is I let work be work.
Right. Me too.
Same here. I just let work be work. But then whatever your days off are, you just even if it's like when you get off from work and you have an idea, write it down. Because what I did was I was always write everything in the composition book.
Oh,
My
wow.
ideas.
Composition book. Wow. You really are aging yourself.
Well, I know they still because they still call it composition books, but I'm saying that's what I would just write it down my ideas because a lot of times I'll be sleeping or sometimes I'll be at work and an idea will
Yes.
come.
Yes,
And
come
what I would
yes.
do is I would get, especially because now I'm in boundaries, I would have an idea. I would get a piece of paper that we have and just write down the idea and if nothing was going on at work and we have free time, I would write the idea down, and
Yeah,
then
that
what I would do, I would
brainstorming.
fold it and put it in my pocket. So I will remember I had that in my pocket. But then at the same time, when those ideas and everything came, that's what happened. And then what's
Yes.
funny is that I was just doing mostly like the when I first started doing the music reviews and the movie reviews and TV reviews and everything, which were are still doing phenomenally well, even though I haven't done a lot of them. Like it's funny because the old videos when I first started, they're like growing like crazy.
Yeah, 'cause you build a new audience, I think, and it's also this reminds me of how you have certain artists from back in the day. They had
Hmm.
like maybe like that one hit or like that classic,
Hmm.
and then sometimes it goes under the crate, but then and when it's played on a certain show or played at a comedy show or it's
Hmm.
being sampled,
Of course, yes.
and you have a whole nother audience right there. You have like that person has another set of fans because and I'm gonna give you an example because Lenny Williams. I don't know if you know who Lenny Williams
Because
is.
I love you. That was one of my
Yep.
songs.
You know, yeah. So you know that he thanks Steve Harvey for reviving his career because
Hmm.
of that because he played it on the Kings of Comedy tour. So
I
that
remember that.
so
Yes.
yeah. So that's brings me back to what you were saying about the videos that you did once upon a time. They're resurfacing now because it's just the climate that we're in right now. So
Exactly.
yeah, but given that, like, do you remember like your some of your most watched view videos, like
Of
most popular
course.
ones? Which ones are those? Give me, yeah, indulge me. Which ones were
Okay. 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 It's so funny because the most watched video right now is my friend Nico Love with me reviewing his EP called Climax like a few years ago.
Oh, you said Rico Love?
No, Nico Love.
Oh, Nico Love. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
No, no, no.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I
not,
remember.
not the producer Rico Love, but
Yeah,
Nico Love.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
I
was.
remember. Yeah, yes, I remember that interview.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember
yes.
he had the show that was on Signal 23. It was called Climax. Which was a racy show.
Yeah, of course. I mean, well,
And
the title alone.
but
Yeah.
that was the title because he's saying it in the series, his character. And I reviewed it. I remember when it first put it out there a few years ago, it did okay numbers, and then all of a sudden it still kept blowing up, and it's now at 48,000 views.
Nice.
And even that's like the most watched video period on my channel.
Wow.
And then also the web series on Triangle, which
Oh, I
has a
never
lot of my
heard of it.
friends. It's yeah, the ballroom throwbacks. That's the name of the YouTube channel. They have the series on there, and
Okay.
because a lot of the cast are friends of mine, and I met them probably like I would say about 10 years ago,
Nice.
about ten
Nice.
like 10 years ago, say 10 or 11 years ago, and we're still friends to this day. So that's like at 34,000.
All right.
And and then also another one is like when I wish R&B singer Brandy happy birthday, like in 2013 when it was her, I think it was her 34th birthday around that time. That was a huge one because her mom saw it, Brandy saw it, so it got
Mm.
watched from Brandy's audience, like the stars, which I love. The Dawn Robinson one from who's formerly Dawn from En Vogue. That's another video that everybody loves.
Yeah, you talking about
When I
King and
inter-
Dixon? You talking about King and Dixon? You talking about?
no, 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 she's talking about Kenyon L. O'Brien.
Oh,
He's
okay.
in that series Triangle.
Oh,
But
okay. Got it.
but
Okay.
Dawn Robinson, formerly of En Vogue, the original
Okay.
member, one of the original
Yeah.
members,
Yes. Of
that
course.
interview I
Oh no.
when I
Yeah.
start going to do my interviews, Dawn, because we've been friends for a long time. We've been friends for
Wow.
19 years.
Nah.
This year makes
Yeah.
19 years we've been friends. So we did that interview. She quickly said yes to me. I didn't have to go through her team or nothing. She said, "Yeah, I'll do it
Nice.
with you." Same thing with
Nice.
R&B singer Shanice. That was another popular
Oh,
one.
yes. Yes. Oh,
So those
how did
because they
you
were friends of mine.
how did you connect with them though? How did you become oh
You know,
because of your profession?
well, here's where it gets funny right here. You remember back in the day when they used to have like MySpace and all
Yes.
that?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I became friends with both of them. And that was like 2007. I became friends with both of them. And then the thing about it was that because I was a fan of both of them. But here's the thing: when it came to Shanice, Shanice is best friends with one of my cousins on my dad's side.
Oh, really?
and I never knew that.
Wow.
So then when we did the interview, it came out when I brought it up to her. She said, "Oh my gosh, she's like my sister. Oh my gosh." And I brought it to my cousin. She said that she did the same thing. I was like, "Wow, this
Oh,
is
I love.
a
Oh, that is
replay."
wonderful.
Now, Dawn and I, because I was a fan of hers, like from the In Vogue days, it was a
Yes,
solo
yes.
project.
Yeah, bring her to me. Like, can you bring her? Oh, can you send her my way?
I'll talk to her.
Send her my way. Yeah.
Never,
Let
you
him
never
know
know.
we're
She might
here.
be
Let
watching.
him
You
know.
never know. She might be watching. You never know. She might be
She
watching.
might be. She
Cause
might
she be
be.
watching. She watches good stuff.
Oh, she does. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's why I say you never know who's watching. You never know who's in
Yeah,
those
because Miss Stevie,
bushes.
because myself and Miss Stevie, we've had her on our shows.
Right. Yeah. I remember her being on Miss Stevie show. Yeah. That's why I say y'all better bring these people on to me. Let's.
They may
I'm
find
trying to
you.
book people. Yeah.
They may find you. I'm just saying.
Oh yes.
But
Please
then
find me.
also, yeah. But those are like the popular ones right there. This is more like Brandon Carson, who's a
Mm,
who's done stuff. But those are
nice.
people they like because they like more people too that I've interviewed. But there's some more stuff that's gonna be coming out soon.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Yeah, so I just that's really impressive. Then you see the body of work that you that he got going on, you guys. I mean, that's very impressive. So please support, all of his information is going to be in my description box. Please make sure that you check out K Two Spot on YouTube and also check out his Instagram, follow him, and all
Mhm.
social media platforms. But Mr. Tukes, I'm gonna have a little fun with you.
Go ahead.
While we're here in the building, so I'm gonna do a little
Uh
bit of this or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
Yeah, so I'm a little this or that. So I'm gonna put anything out there,
Yeah. Go
you
ahead.
know. Yep, and I'm gonna say you have to choose one or the other. You can't plead the fifth. You can't say both. So just this or that.
All right. Let's
Um,
go.
I'm gonna do it from the top of my head. So okay, since we get into some of the celebrity friends that you know, right? So Dawn Robinson or Shanice Wilson. Since you want to name drop,
you you
since you
trying
want
to
to
get
be
me in
name drop
trouble.
it, it's on me.
You're gonna get me in trouble because I've known them both at the same time. You can't do that to me.
All
But if I
right,
had to answer,
just get to it. Get to it. Don't be
okay.
stalling.
But to answer the question, Dawn Robinson.
Okay. And so pina colada or strawberry daiquiri, because we're talking about frozen drinks. So
We were talking about that. We were talking about that before we got up live with
yeah.
y'all. Okay, to answer your question, I would say strawberry daiquiri.
Okay. Um almonds or cashews?
Cashews.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna really go. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you on this one.
And I'm scared to know what you're about to tell me. Go ahead.
All right. Nah, let me
Don't say
see.
it. Don't say it. I'm ready.
Should I? Because I'm such a stinker. All right.
I know your messy questions and your way you
Yeah,
say stuff.
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Faith is the substance or Miss Stevie?
Oh, no, you did.
I did.
You
I
did
said
that.
it. I said it.
You said it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. Let me answer
Yeah,
that
yeah. It's
question.
gonna be
I'm gonna keep
nice.
it. I'm gonna keep it real. Even though
Yeah.
I'm on the host show, I still have to choose my sister because
Yes.
we're still getting to
Yeah.
know each other
Yes.
more because we just got to know each other, you
Yes.
guys.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm just gonna go with my sister, Miss Stevie.
Yes. Oh, no, I understood. Like I expected that. So don't worry. I'm being
Yeah,
messy.
I know
Okay.
you were,
Yeah, I know.
but I like that. I like that you asked that question. But go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
ready for the next. I'm ready for the next. Whatever one you want to throw.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna go back a little bit. All right.
Okay.
Good times or the Jeffersons?
Whew.
I know.
They're
I
both
know.
iconic shows, but if I had
Mhm.
to really be honest with you, what I would go with, it would probably be Good Times.
Okay. All right. So, and I'm gonna do this is like one hit. I'm doing one hit wonder now.
No,
So,
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm ready.
okay. Somebody's watching me by Rockwell or Centipede by Reby Jackson.
Oh, that's a good one. But I can answer that quickly. I love both of those songs, but the one I love the most is Centipede by Reby Jackson.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Because
Um,
her son Austin Brown is a good friend of mine.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw him on your platform. Was he on your
He wasn't on
platform
my
too?
platform, but we're friends. We've been friends for
Yeah.
over like 15 years.
Can you tell
I'm trying to get him to come on my thing too.
Oh, yeah, tell the both of us. Yeah, for both. We
I
could
know,
do
right?
we could do make it a panel thing. We could be streaming together. We could live
Okay.
stream together.
You know I'm
Yeah,
down for it. You
yeah.
have my number. You don't
We could,
call me.
yeah, we could do this together. Well, let's share this. Let's share the wealth. Let's share it.
Exactly.
Share the blessings. Share the blessings. Oh,
Exactly.
so are you're a gospel person, right? So let me do
Yes.
okay. All right. So let me see. I'm gonna really want to give you. Oh, okay. B Slade. I know you're having him on. Shout out to B
Hmm.
Slade. B Slade or J Moss.
Oh my goodness. Really? You're gonna do that to me?
Yeah, I did. I
And they're
did.
both and he's a friend of mine too, Jay Moss.
Yes,
Oh
yes. I
goodness.
got yes,
But if I
yes.
had to choose, okay, to be honest with you, they're both outstanding. But if I had to choose which one's like the best
Mm.
of it all, I'm sorry, I have to go with B Slade.
Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna give you another one in the gospel area. So, um, okay. Let me do it. I wanna, because I'm gonna
No,
give you
take your
good one.
time.
I'm
I'm
gonna give
ready
you
to
good.
answer whatever questions,
Okay,
whatever
I know
you want to
you
give me.
have been. No, you've
Yeah,
been doing.
yeah,
Yeah,
give me whatever you want to give me.
yes. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Oh, Deidre Cadden or Isaac Curry.
Deidre Haddon.
Okay, and so let's see, um, pinto beans or pinto beans or lentil.
Pinto.
Pinto. Okay. Now, macaroni and cheese or macaroni salad.
Macaroni and cheese.
All right. So thank you so. You did such a good job. Well done.
Yeah, you asked
Well
me easy questions. I
done.
was expecting you to give me
Yeah, you
something
were
harder than
ready.
that.
Yeah, no, that was good. I like that. I like that. I like that segment. Yeah. So now, so I like to ask these questions, and I enjoy the answers that I receive. So,
Hmm.
if you had the opportunity to have five people at the seat of your table, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
You said dead or alive, correct?
Yes.
Okay, wow. At the city table, Brandy would be one of them.
You said Brandy?
Yes,
Okay, why?
he's one of them. Who else I would have? I would probably say Aaliyah.
No, why Brandy?
Oh,
I need the
Brandy's my
why first
favorite
one.
female singer.
Okay.
R&B, her and like others, I'm not gonna say out loud because I don't want to get in trouble. But
Uh,
Brandy's been like I've always been a fan of Brandy since Thea
okay.
up till now.
Okay.
But Brandy's like been like, even though we're friends, I still haven't had her on the show. But Brandy, if you see this, call me.
Yes. Call Tookes. Yeah. All right. You said Aaliyah. The next one,
Aaliyah's
Aaliyah.
the second one.
Mhm.
Because we all know Aaliyah and everything, but I would love to know more about her at the table, like
Yeah.
what she does. Even though we know she's a sweet person, she's a great artist. Like just like Brandy, they're both outstanding singers. They act very well, and they're all around great entertainers.
Okay.
But I would like to pick more into Leah's brain if she was still alive.
Absolutely.
Okay, and you said it has to be five in total, right?
Yes.
Third one, I will probably say, ooh, Tupac Shakur.
Mm. Hmm.
Because I would like to just know like what he, because we all know the story about his life and everything, but just know more about him like from his mind. Because I know he's a Gemini and I'm a
Mm.
Taurus, so I would like to know more about how he thinks and like how he gets his ideas. Because I know he did this before even Jay-Z did this. He would rap his stuff and would never write it down.
Right.
But just like to get to know him like on a more personal, like spiritual side and everything. Like know that about him. Okay, number four. It would probably be Notorious B.I.G. because I'm a huge fan of his and Tupac's.
Okay.
And I would like to know more. You know what Biggie, because I'm a thick brother, but not thick like he was. But
Mm-hmm.
I like
Mm-hmm.
Biggie style because he had his own like way of how he did things, just like how Tupac had his own style. I think he would go well, like because he was always like fashion. He was on point with everything. It's like for a thick brother, he always made sure he had style, and his music was just like on point. And number five. Oh, number five. It would probably be. Hmm. Now you stumped me on this one,
Mm.
but I'm gonna go with who's been on my mind. And I was just listening to her album that nobody really had a chance to really gave it a listen was Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Mm. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. And why her?
She's very artistic and very creative, like how
Yes.
I am. And
Okay.
I think if she was here right now, I think she and I we would be acting silly with each other.
Okay. You're right. Okay. Now, before I get to this final question, I want to ask you who will be your dream interview, like that one person that you will really want to have a sit down with in on your platform.
I already said it, Brandy.
Oh, Brandy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
Because we
All
all know
right.
about the music and everything, but I would just go more deeper than what everybody else will do.
Yes. And so I'm like, so like, what would that be? That one question, like, because I know, like, a lot of these artists may be transparent in certain spaces, but what would be that one question you would ask her that it would be like out of the ordinary that no one even think of? Like, what would be that one question you would ask Brandy that you would know, like, and most people would want to know about her?
Okay, all right. That question I would ask her is: we know that you will write and journal a lot, and we know
Mm,
she does we all know she has a lot of unreleased music that we hear like on YouTube and everything. I would ask her what is your creative outlook with how you write your songs when she writes, not the songs that everybody's written for her, but the songs that she would write.
right,
What will
right.
be the subject matter? Why did you think about writing about this? Because I know a lot of times as artists we have different perspectives, or maybe that moment, maybe we get dark, maybe get romantic, or maybe just in that feeling you want to just scream, yell, have that outrage of it all. You just want to know what was like the feeling behind the person, like the unreleased stuff that you wrote or probably recorded that we don't know and we didn't get a chance to really witness out there in the public.
Yeah, got it. That's a good one. I mean, yeah, because I think we all are curious about that, because I always love to hear about the stories behind the process, the creative process behind different projects, different songs, or different. Yeah, I always love to hear the backstory behind that. Yeah, that's also very intriguing. So
Hmm.
yes, that's a good one. Now, so this question, Tooks, I take from the late great James Lipton from Inside the Actor Studio. So,
Hmm.
Kenneth Tookes, when you enter into the pearly gates, what would you want God to say?
that I'm that he's very proud of me and that I did my mission of spreading the goodness. But at the same time, you learned from your mistakes because we all make mistakes in life where sometimes we may not have made the best decision, but at the same time, we've learned from it and we didn't let it define us. I will hopefully he'll say that I'm proud of you, my child, and that's about it.
All right. So now, do you have any final words for us?
Okay, my final words is thank you for having me on the show, but just know that I have some I have some great stuff coming up soon, and
Yes.
you
Okay.
guys are gonna see get some juiciness. It may
Yes.
take a minute or so, but I have some juiciness coming up soon, so
Oh,
just be prepared and make
all
sure you
right.
subscribe too.
Yes. Please make sure you do that. Make sure you subscribe. And so, thank you so much, Tooks. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Kenneth Tooks, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, so when people like that come on, that really just keeps me going, and I am so grateful. Like I said, it's not taken for granted the amount of support that he gives me, the pouring into, and just being able to get more into his story. I mean, I know we just scratched the surface. There's so much more, and he's going to come back and share with us because I'm sure he is going to be a friend to this platform. So I ain't got to worry about getting more from him. But I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of a dive into who he is as an individual. So I'm so glad that he took the time to be here with us. So I thank you so much. Like I said, I'm hoping that you received, kind of use that process of absorption, especially when he gave advice to how to remain steadfast on this journey. and just make sure that you just make sure that you be consistent, and because you never know who's watching, because he's had so many people come on and so many people that he's connected to. So it's just all about what you present out there. So and that's he's a prime example of being knowing what to present out here. So I really thank Tooks for coming through. And so please make sure you tune in this coming Friday. I'm going to be interviewing with the legendary filmmaker Silk White. He's responsible for so many good classic Tubi movies, and I mean he's just an OG in this field. So it is such an honor to have him on. So I really look forward to having him. So make sure you tune in this Friday at 3 p.m. And so in the meantime, make sure you do my let me get take this advice from AT2.
Make sure you subscribe today because you gonna have to pay. I don't know what, but you gonna have to pay. Hey, 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 break it down, break it down.
Have a good one.